Hi everyone. So today I will show you how to build a API using Script Mediator. Let's start how to build that one. So quickly let me go through Integration Studio. Right click API and create one new REST API XML file. So here I am giving script API. I am adding here one endpoint here. Script here, this is the context. And let me modify this version type to context here and giving one version number 1.0.0. So you can give any version number, okay. And let me finish this one. So it will take some time to create your API XML file. So meanwhile let me explain you what is the requirement I want to show it today this video. So here, like, first of all we need to use one script mediator. So this script mediator, I'll add this script. So let me explain you what does it mean, like this script. So this script basically, like, I'm creating one variable. This variable I'm storing whatever request I'm sending as a JSON request, right, that it is storing here. This method like get payload JSON, and from here I'm adding like one more field like message. So inside the same JSON like payload, I'm adding one more request field, that is payload means message. That message I'm passing one value processed. Okay, after passing this one, I'm setting that property, setting that particular payload. Like there is one more method is there, right, set payload JSON. So this method I'm calling that payload. So like whatever request we are passing, that request along with like we are passing one more field like message, right, so that one I'm storing. So I'm setting that property. So after setting that property, what I did here, I'm calling one payload mediator. So from payload mediator we will fetch the data. So whatever payload request we are sending, right, so one by one we will fetch the data and we will pass it as a payload arguments. So after that, what I did, I am passing one more mediator, log mediator. So this log mediator, it will basically do what? For monitoring purpose, our response we are getting from the previous mediator or not, that we will add it here. After like done this thing, we are passing one more mediator, respond mediator. So respond mediator basically it will do what? It will respond back the response to the customer. Like how customer will know like what is the response we are getting from your API, right? So I added one respond mediator, so that way we can get the response. So let's start how to complete this activity. Let me quickly go through Integration Studio and right click this resource. Let me go through show property view, right. So here we need to modify this get method to post, because we are passing as a request payload, right. So we need to modify this one to post. So close this one. Let me save this file. Now we need to use script mediator, right. Let me drag and drop this script mediator. So this mediator, right click this one, go through show property view. So here there is multiple type of languages there. You can choose JS here. By default also it will select JS only. Then the script type, it is showing register reference. Modify this one to inline, because we need to use script code, right. So we need to use inline, and the script body we need to add our code. So let me copy this code and I will add this sample script also in description box. Kindly use that one. So let me add it here and save this file. So after that, like as I mentioned, like I need to use payload mediator to paste the value from the script mediator and from the request, right. So let me use payload mediator, drag and drop this payload factory mediator, right click this one, go through status property view. So here let me modify this media type to JSON, okay, because we need to use JSON payload, right. So I'm adding here one JSON. So this here I'm adding here message status. So this message status I'm adding a $1. So after that I'm adding here one more example, like I'm trying to try something new. So I'm adding here type. So this type I'm calling like $2. So this argument will fetch it from dollar, means from the argument. So here I'm adding like order. I'm passing here order. So this order I'm passing $3. So we will pass 3 argument. From the 3 argument we will iterate and we will fetch one by one like value. This two value will get it from the request, and this value we will fetch from the our script mediator. We add here, right. So here let me modify to expression and change evaluator to JSON. Let me click this one. So it will ask you again, let me modify to JSON also. So as I mentioned, like we need to fetch the value from the script mediator, right. Let me go through script here. So here there is one more field is here, message. Let me copy this field name. Let me go through our code and add it here. Let me click OK and finish this one. So now our expression, this expression we are using for this field, message status field. Now we need to use for type, right. Click add again go through here, modify this one to expression, evaluator change to JSON. So here let me modify this XML to JSON again, and I am adding here dollar dot, I am adding here type. Okay, now click OK and finish this one. This one I did for type. Now one more field is there, order. Add it again, modify this one to expression, evaluator also change to expression, sorry, JSON. So here let me modify this one to JSON. I am adding here dollar dot, one more field is there, order. So change this slash to dot only and click OK and finish this one. Now our 3 arguments is ready to paste the value, and we will pass one by one in payload only. So let me close this one and save this file. Now we need to print the log, right? Let me add one more mediator, log mediator. Now right click and go through show property view. Here I am log level modifying to full. Okay, so we want to print the full log of the payload mediator response, means whatever value we are getting from the payload, that's what I am just adding here. Now we need to respond back the response to customer, right? So for that purpose I am adding a response, so it will paste the data and it will respond the JSON value as a response. Now our script, the API XML flow is ready. Let's deploy this car file to verify our code is working or not. Let me quickly right click and go through export composite application project. So here I am giving one name here, script mediator flow API. Okay, now click next. So here expand this one, not this one, expand this demo config. Now we can see, right, there is one more file is here, script API. Select this one, verify like this is the correct file or not to make sure that one. Now click finish. So it is showing what cargon archive file successfully created in the given destination. So go through carbon UI, deploy, let's refresh, just verify your session is active or not. Okay, session still active only. Scroll down. Carbon application is here, right? Let's add that new car file to verify our code is working or not. So here like I am selecting that particular car file, click open and upload that file. So it is showing what your application has been uploaded successfully. Please refresh this page in a while to see the status of the new application. So let's refresh this one and wait for a few seconds. So it is showing what 22 running. Earlier it was 21, right? If you scroll down, you can see here script mediator flow API. Now go through APIs. So here this is not there. Click next. So here you can see that script API. That means our API deployed successfully only. Let me copy this URL. Go through Postman. So here I am adding the URL and modify that method type to post only. Go through body, raw data. Here I am modify this one to JSON. So inside this one, let me go through our code again. I'll show you one thing, like just make sure like you don't want to miss anything. So here I am passing your the field name is what, type. Just make sure your keyword is matching with our request or not. So here I am adding type. So inside type I am passing your fruit. You can pass anything. Okay, this is one example like I want to show you. Now one more field also we are passing, right, order. So let me copy this value order, go through Postman. So this order I'm passing here, I want to order 1000, like you can pass anything, but there is one more field is here, right, message. So this value we will get it from here, from the script mediator itself. And go through Postman and let me beautify this one. If I send request, right, so wait for a few seconds. Now you can see message status, it is processed, type is fruits, and order also 100. So you can pass like anything, like fruit, order or anything, and you can modify this one to 1 lakh, send request. So here you can see, right, so these two value, type and order, this is dynamic, and this message status value we are getting from the script mediator. If you go through the code, right, you can see that payload dot message, whatever value we will pass it here. So that value I'm just iterating and passing as a payload mediator. So from here and the expression I added here. That means like hope like those who are watching this video, they can easily understand how we can integrate this script mediator in your API. So thank you so much, like those who are watching my video, kindly like, share and subscribe my channel, so it will motivate me to make more videos. Thank you so much.